every time. Every fucking time it gets stuck. Lousy, rotten, two-timing, pig-stealing, great drawstring that stops the seat getting out. I can do that. What's happening, mother truckers? I want to start off by saying thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting my content as of late. I've been putting my heart and soul into it, and I've really enjoyed what I've been making, and it seems like you guys have as well. I've been making content on YouTube for 12 years now. That is half my life. Some of you have been supporting me since I was a 12-year-old discovering Urban Dictionary for the first time.
Man, this website's dodgy.
And there's those of you that tuned into my live streams when we were all cooped indoors for some reason. What just happened? The simple fact of the matter is, I like making you laugh. I enjoy giving you a retreat from the worries of the world because it's something that we all need nowadays. If you've been following me for some time, then you'll understand that I have a tendency to take a breather every now and then, as you should. But if you've been following me for that long, then you'll understand that whatever I have when I come back is enough to make the wait worth it. So that brings us to this Harry Potter video. I first filmed that back in March, and I've wanted to make something like it for several years before that. One day I just set up my green screen, put on the Hogwarts robes, and just pressed record.
Let's set the scene.
But my personal life started knocking, and then it barged into my freaking house and said, hey yo, there's a lot of stuff you need to tend to. So that's what I did for a bit, and that video gathered dust for 6 months. It wasn't until about 2 weeks ago that I discovered it at like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, holy moly, I really like this. This isn't the only one either. Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 projects that are just gathering dust on my laptop. I would love to share them with you because I'm proud of them. Perfectionism is a bitch. That being said, to put something that I enjoy out there and to receive such positive feedback, I'm so grateful. It's a cliche by now, but I've been saying it for years that I would not be in the place that I am if it's not for the people that raised me on their shoulders. That comes with a lot of pressure, and with pressure comes imposter syndrome. These people think you're the best. Is this really the best you got? And you know what? Looking in the mirror all those days, the answer I found was, yeah, this is the best I got, and people seem to enjoy it. So I'm going to make more of that. When a creator goes on hiatus, it can be easy to think that they've just disappeared, stopped existing, they're not working on anything. This year has been an experimental period for me. I've been working on a lot of different little things. Digital art, I've had my go at writing, I've done some improv, spent some time with friends that inspire me. But more importantly, I've discovered just what I enjoy making. Because here's the thing, at any point, I could just break it down, TikTok dancing moves. Loud noises! But I don't, because success doesn't come in the form of screaming louder than the person next to you. It's a very loud, very overwhelming world right now. So who knows, maybe my content going forward is a lot more low-key. But in my case, low-key looks like the stuff you saw in the Harry Potter video, so we're good. I'd like to tell you a story today. So you've got this woodwork class in school. They're approaching their final semester, so whatever they submit now determines their final grade. The class is split into 2. Half of the class are going to submit 10 things. Their final grade will be based on all of these 10 things collectively. The other half of the class has been asked to make one spectacular, grandiose thing. After all, they had all that time to concentrate on that one thing. But actually, by the end of it, it was the 10 that presented the better looking stuff overall. Of course, grading is subjective and school is an archaic, outdated system, but I digress. The people that created these 10 things maybe created 100 in total. All of these little gizmos and gadgets that taught them a little bit more about the craft they're practicing. So as a result, with reduced stakes of failure, they're given the time to practice. People think talent happens overnight, but talent is just the result of practice and patience and dedication to your craft. So it makes me really happy that people enjoyed the video that I churned out, because it's actually years of practice in the making. And all this time, while I haven't been churning out major content, I've been working on those little woodwork pieces. Little bite-sized works of art that I find really fun. And the truth is, in this market, I've been trying to find a way to share those little things with you as well. But I hate TikTok, and social media overwhelms me, so I thought about going formal and publishing it in a book. But in the face of putting myself out there to a publisher, I felt like the other half of Woodwork students. I felt pressured to create this one grandiose thing that I would be known for. But I realised that my specialty lies in the very thing that I've been practicing all these years, and that is content creation for the likes of yourself. To entertain you for a bit, to give you a laugh here and there, and to welcome you into my world when the one out there seems just a little bit too bonkers. At least here we're crazy on purpose. And I've realised that you put all of those things together, short-term content posting for people that want to support my work. My guy, that's Patreon. If you would like to support the hundreds of pieces that I do in anticipation for those big 10, Patreon is the place to go, because that's where I'm going to put my small-time work. You people that support my content are some of the most generous people I've ever met in my life, and I don't wish to exploit that. The current perk stands at £5 for everyone, and what you get in return is access to all of my work, my writing, my art, my videos, my audio projects, everything. I had a mate tell me recently what I would give to spend 5 minutes in your brain. And I've realised that the best way to spend 5 minutes in my brain is just with these occasional posts. So I'd really like to get started. And I'd like you to be there with me. So, Patreon/CritRock, scan this QR code if you want. It'll take you straight to it, not to Two Girls, One Cup. I promise. We've been out here so long that the sun has literally moved behind the tree. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do. This Sunday, the 8th of October, at 5 PM GMT, I'm returning to weekly live streaming. Every Sunday, 5 PM, you will find me at Twitch/CritRock. So with that, with a promise of future content, I'd love to talk about what I have in the bank. The Harry Potter video is not the first video essay I've started. And I've got a full-blown illustrated book in development here. I've never been happier with how my work is turning out, and I'd like to share it with you as it happens. People have said I should read audiobooks for a long time, and so I did just that with the sunflower. Your pollen is rich in your bloom. Everything about this story, the writing, the art, the music, the editing, all of it came from yours truly. And I had so much fun making it in the space of a single afternoon. I have a lot of stories that would fit this format, and I want to keep providing them to you. I've been working really hard on finding out what I enjoy, and I feel like I'm ready to show you. Let me tell you a bit more about this story. This story is about a teacher named Comfort. She's loved and revered by the kids of her class, the people of the community, and all of the previous students that grew up to become kind, respectable adults. And then she dies. She's gone. Forever. How do you replace the irreplaceable in your heart? The rest is for you to find out when the story itself is ready. But I'm so eager to show you what I've got that I might just show you the draft version just to get some feedback from it. I've been working on this project since June, but the concept has been slow cooking since 2021. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. In summary, we've come a long way, and I feel like this is only just the beginning of what I have to provide for you. So starting Sunday the 8th of October, 5 PM, I'm bringing back weekly live streaming and seeing how I feel at Christmas. I'm going to be nurturing my Patreon so that it's worth people like yourself supporting my work. Dusting off the old videos that are worth showing. And most importantly, just setting up a camera, pressing play, and seeing what comes from it. It's time for you to see what Boo creates for you that's nice and new. So yeah, stay tuned for what's to come. Come. And the rest is to find out when we get there. I think that'll do. Poggers. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to lift its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Can you still hear me? I like chicken and chips. My name is Albert von Knickerbocker, and I eat peas every day.